half hour of Las Vegas Morning Light. Our TV is bigger than yours. Sean Tempesta.
And I'm JJ Snyder. Fraudsters, they seem to be everywhere, especially nowadays. Spam calls, pyramid schemes, door-to-door sales, bait and switch. Ooh, it makes us mad. Our next guest wants to make sure that you are empowered with the information to prevent you from becoming the next victim.
That's right, Chris Carmona. She is the Chief Compliance Officer with the Nevada Consumer Affairs. It's great having you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Let's talk about some of these scams. We hear it over and over again, people that are being taken by these frauds. What are some of the scams that you're seeing the most of lately?
Currently, we're seeing a trend in cosmetic anti-aging, where they will pull you and say, hey, can we put an application on your face? And so they grab the consumer,
yeah.
they apply all this makeup or the cream, and they make it look younger instantly. So now they have you, and then next thing you know, you give them your credit card. Got to be very careful with that, because they take your credit card, they'll take it to the back and charge up $15,000 worth of anti-aging.
Really?
What? Now, I'm familiar with those folks, like in the mall kiosk, but what are you talking about? Those locations? What locations are you talking about?
Yes, those types of kiosks.
No
Gotta be
kidding.
careful. Yes.
Wow. And you're thinking when you're inside a situation like that where everyone's on the up and up, you would think so, because you're in the middle
now,
of the night.
they're not all that way, of course.
Of course, but you have to
Certainly.
keep a keen eye to that.
Exactly. You got to be very careful who you're dealing with, and especially when they do take your credit card, you do want to purchase some lotions or whatever. That's fine, but do not let your card disappear from you.
Yeah, don't let go out of your sight. You don't know what they're scanning or
Right.
skimming in the back. Yeah, of course.
The Nevada Consumer Affairs, tell us about what your mission is for folks here in Nevada.
Absolutely. Our agency is an agency where consumers can go and file a complaint against deceptive business practices or fraud. And we're free to the public. There's no charges. That's something as opposed to going to small claims court, having to pay and wait for a judge to make a decision.
Of course.
I mean, we do investigate and do our research, and we basically get both stories of the consumer and the business. Now, there's businesses that sometimes they just disappear. Unfortunately, we cannot do anything about that.
Of course, yeah. The entity is gone. You're essentially swinging at the air at that
Right.
point. You're actually going to have a fair that is based all around people being defrauded and you not being one of them.
Correct.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so we have two events, one in Reno, one in Las Vegas. This in Las Vegas is our third annual, so I'm very proud of it because it's our third annual and it's getting better and better. We get more the public coming out to see us, and our mission is to educate the public, help prevent them from becoming a victim of fraud. We have different resources. We have 22 vendors that have their government entities. There's the IRS. You have, your taxes are coming up.
Oh, don't remind me.
Right.
Yeah.
So we hear, yes.
Speaking of fraud, no, I'm joking.
So you got IRS scams. So we have a vendor. We have Senior Medical Patrol that can also answer questions for the seniors and the elderlies.
Medicare fraud's a big thing as well. Yeah.
Oh goodness, gosh, that makes me mad.
Partnering with these other agencies, government entities. The Attorney General's Office, Senior Medical Patrol, ARP. We're also holding ARP is actually hosting or sponsoring the lunch, a light lunch for the public.
Excellent.
So thank you, ARP.
Nice.
Definitely.
Where there's food, there are people.
That's what I hear.
That's true. We just had them on the show. Special speakers as well.
Yes, we have, as I mentioned, the IRS. We have Detective Gomez, who will be touching on financial crimes. So we have him as well. We have Nevada Legal Services people who have legal questions. Nevada Legal Services can help with that.
Excellent.
And ourselves as Consumer Affairs.
And the cost of the event is?
It is free to the public.
Yay.
Join us, please.
Absolutely. Where's this going to be held?
This is going to be held at 1401 East Flamingo. That's on the Clark County Library.
Awesome. Very cool. And it's worth noting, I mean, people are being defrauded on a daily basis. Your goal is to try to shed the light on the stuff that you see happening over and over again, the stuff that where hey, the IRS is calling me and saying I owe taxes, which never happens.
Right.
Trying to stop that from happening.
We're trying to stop that, and educating is the tool. It's the key to educate the consumers.
Well, you're doing great work. And
Also,
Thank you.
being available to people as a resource. We're about to give your contact information, so
Thank
that's
you.
helpful too when people
Yes.
just don't know where to turn.
grab a pen. It's going to be right there on your screen. There it is. Prevention is key when it comes to fraud. You can educate yourself on the key signs of scams with the Consumer Fraud Prevention Fair. It's happening this Friday at Las Vegas Clark County Library on East Flamingo. It's free, no tickets required.
Yay!
Learn about the event and Nevada Consumer Affairs. You can head to the website or call the number you see right there on your screen.